So if you're not familiar with this game based on just the category or the title, it is a game called Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Don't let that scare you off. Let me explain first. I am a musical girly myself. I know musicals are not for everybody. I get it. That's okay. However, this is set amongst Greek mythology. Pretty badass, pretty cool stuff, right? It has voice actors that you might know if you've ever watched Critical Role, or if you've ever played The Last of Us, specifically The Last of Us 2, or if you've ever watched The Last of Us show. It's got some pretty bomb people in it. It's got a super cool setting, and it's got music. Musicals might not be for everybody, but who can't get down with some good music, you know? So before you decide to write it off, at least give it a shot with me. And if you decide it's not for you, totally cool, no judgment here. I've almost filled in enough time, so it's close enough. I'm gonna go ahead and swap us over. I'm gonna shut off our filler music, swap us over to the game, and I'm so excited. Now, as always, when we start a new game, I did take a little bit of time to pull up other people who stream this to make sure that my camera placement isn't going to be an issue. This game doesn't have much in the way of other people streaming it, though, so I didn't have much in the way of references to use, so I am thinking that the placement of the camera in the chat right now are going to be good, but in the event that they're bad and I don't catch it, please let me know. I will fix it right away. I have been talking this whole time. I'm not muted like last time, which is good. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and just get started. And I'm so excited. Let's freaking do this. Okay. Oh yeah, and just a heads up also, in case it's pertinent, I don't think we'll run into any of them today, but there are some trigger warnings as far as discussion of suicide, alcohol use, death of a loved one. It has some serious topics in here, so if not in a good headspace, that's cool too. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good story. I think it's going to be great. Act 1.
"4 hours. 4 hours in a rented gym that still smells like socks and childhood trauma. And where did it get us? Other than bored? The band wasn't even looking for anything specific. We just wanted change. We wanted to see who was out there, if they'd show up. Well, they showed up all right.
You know, I had a dream where this exact thing happened. Except we were on stage. And naked.
We were auditioning.
Not all of us. Okay, it was just me. I was naked. I think this went better.
Ooh, okay. Maybe we should try that. I mean, it's obviously going poorly so far. If it went better the other way, we should give it a try.
Hey, we should consider that. We could be the Naked Band. Coming soon to a really private auditorium near you.
You know, somehow I believe you'd actually do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hard no. Okay, let's just wrap this up. Kaz, do you need a ride?
Just to Brian's. I'm, crashing on his couch until I get a new place.
What? You said it'd be 2 days.
You know you like having me around. Whatever.
Have you heard yourself snore?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Grace, you okay? I know you've been kind of loose ends since you left college. I was just hoping tonight would cheer you up.
Now, I don't know who any of these characters are or anything like that, so I'm not going to come out of the gate flirting. I kind of want to just because it's fun, but I'm not going to come out of the gate flirting. We're going to be a little bit conservative to start. You know, so I know you meant well. You tried.
I appreciate the effort, Freddie. I really do, but
But it didn't work all that well, huh?
It's just a sobering dose of reality, you know? What if it never gets easier? What if I never figure this out?
You will, Grace. You're too hard on yourself.
Music is your life.
Ooh, a
Freddie.
journal entry?
You're the drummer, the lyricist. All of this was your idea. I wish I knew where I fit.
I think you fit.
Aw.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
You coming?
I'm gonna hang out a bit and lock up. I'll see you at home.
Oh shoot, I think they're an item. I should have flirted. Also, if you aren't aware,
Like a boat lost at sea
this is Ashley Johnson.
with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Is the world too much, or is it just me? Everything I set upon unravels at my feet. Everything I've learned wasted on a girl who doesn't know how to be free.
I always forget how wonderful of a vocalist she is.
Like a boat lost at sea with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. Oh,
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I lied. This is Ashley
I heard
Johnson.
You from outside. My name's Calliope. You have an amazing voice. I hope you know that.
Thanks. I'm Grace. Are you here for the audition, or?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Also, if you aren't familiar, Calliope is a character in the Greek mythos. So she is one of the Greek gods that this game is set with, for lack of a better way of phrasing it. Yeah, are you sure? Because she seems kind of hesitant when we asked if she's here to audition. She's like, yeah, I totally am. So are you sure?
You really want to join our band? You sure you got the right audition?
I'd give anything to join you, Grace.
Oh my.
All right. Well,
With the fire furious, I have burned
There's Ashley Johnson's voice.
grief from all the promises, too many dreams unsung.
That means the other one's Laura
All the
Bailey.
steps I didn't take and paths proved untrue. Is there any path through?
like a boat lost at sea
Though I'm about to
with no
end,
sails, not a
you
breeze.
still have your life ahead.
I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen.
All things that lose their way can find it again. There is no inertia in the ocean.
Ooh, okay. I I didn't know there was going to be like a class selection essentially. But it is an RPG, so. Okay, this is Grace with soul and charisma. She tries to do the right thing and everyone likes her more for it. In your face, this Grace is very punk rock and not afraid to get reckless and aggressive when it's called for. Or sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This Grace is sneakier, smarter, and witty. I am an absolute sucker for any class or any build in any game that lets you be sneaky and clever and roguish. So, I'm gonna wait just a moment in case anybody wants to speak up in the chat and be like, hey, no, do this instead. And if nobody says anything, then we're gonna go clever. Because I think that is always an awesome and super interesting option. I'm also a little embarrassed that I misidentified their voices because I am fairly familiar with the two. So I also just want to take a second to say, ouch, that was rough. Okay, well, nobody said anything in the chat. And I gave you guys at least 30 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and choose the clever option. So we can be a little sneaky, a little witty.
You are right, Calliope. There's always a breeze. But if I build a sail, can I trust the wind to guide me?
Wow. What was that?
Your song was just so wonderful. I had to finish it with you. I hope that's all right. I also know what it feels like to be lost. To feel as if you have no place to turn. That's why I had to come inside.
They're talking awfully personally for people who don't know each other. Can I ask what's wrong? Have we met before? I'm glad you did. Or you aren't here to audition. Which, that much is obvious. Have we met before? I feel like she would give some kind of answer. Something a little like, oh, I feel like we've met once in another life, or something to that effect. And I'm curious to know what she might say if we point out, like, you're not here to audition, so what's your motive? What are you actually here for?
You didn't come here for the audition, did you? You didn't even know about it.
Caught and called out. I was nearby and your song called to me. I didn't want you to think I was deranged or something.
Weirder things have happened, I guess.
May I ask you why you feel so adrift? You're so young. Surely your life is just beginning.
So it's almost giving like siren vibes coming from her, coming from Grace. And we're gonna joke about it because that's what we do instead of showing our true emotions, is we cover it up with humor.
You sound like my guidance counselor.
Then I should apologize.
No, it's fine. There's just only so many times someone can ask what's wrong with you before you start to think there's really something wrong with you. But what does she know? If only she could see me now, right?
I think she'd see what I see. I should go.
Am I gonna see you again? I know you didn't really come to join the band, but
I hope to see you again, Grace. Perhaps soon.
right. See you then.
They're getting awfully cozy for having not known each other. It's weird. Also, the art style on this so far is really cool. Oh god, the checkerboard emo hair. Bridge.
Did you lose your keys, Fred? I thought you'd be... What the... Calliope?
I didn't know where else. I'm so sorry, Grace.
1, how do you know where we live? 2, I know they mentioned death of a character when I checked out the content warnings. They were really vague. So if it's this early and Ashley Johnson is only in this for like 10 minutes, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh god, you're hurt. I'll get help.
No. No, you have to wait. You can't go. I didn't want to do this to you. Not like this. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean? Hey, Calliope!
Excuse me?
Please. Please, come on.
Excuse me?
What is that?
What now?
Oh, I can wait.
Hermes.
Take
Okay.
your time.
Is that my door?
Technically, it's my door. Or our door, maybe? I came as soon as I could.
I have so many questions. Okay. Pause for just a moment. So Calliope, who is one of the muses, if you are familiar with Greek mythology, I assume seeing this bit now that in the Steam description when it says you're investigating the death of the last muse, that was Calliope. Didn't expect her to be gone that fast. First off, I'm going to be sad if she doesn't at least get to cameo because I adore her. Second thought, partially formed thought, Hermes' character design. Love it. Third thought. What's up with the door? And then fourth and final thought before I continue. We're not going to talk about the random floating golden orb that just went into our chest. We're just going to gloss over that. Sure. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we need
She's
assistance.
dead. We need help. You need to call someone.
Well, I'm someone. I got called. Happens every time one of us dies, you know?
No, I don't know.
She really is dead, huh? Man. So, the course is gonna want to talk to you. Sucks, but, you know.
No, I don't know. What? Also, you do not seem very torn up over her death. At all.
I don't understand. None of this makes any sense. She's dead, and I don't...
Look, I can see you don't know squat about this, so I'm gonna explain real quick, but then you gotta come with me, okay? When Cal died, you saw a shiny thing come out of her, right? That was her soul. That's what made her a god.
A what?
It's in you now, which makes you a god. Surprise, right? With me so far? Cool. Let's go.
Surprise! Oh my. Okay.
Where are we?
Sorry to drop you and run, but when an idol dies, there's like 100 different things I gotta do.
No, wait. Where did you bring me? How did we get here?
The chorus can explain. Don't touch anything.
Oh, now I want to touch
Okay.
everything.
Wait, come back! Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait here and,
Do you imagine,
Not-
though?
touch anything.
So we're just not going to talk about how there's another literal god sitting right there on the desk? Just gonna gloss over that. Are they testing us? Ah, we're being tested. Yep. Oh my.
Our beloved sister, the last of the Muses, has passed on to you, our new sister, delivered to us by dear sweet Hermes. It's
Gonna be honest, it's giving cult.
Grace, yes?
Yes?
Oh, my, you have had quite the day, haven't you?
Yeah, explain yourselves, please.
Someone died in my arms. Where is this? How did I get here? Who are you people?
Oh, so many questions. This is my office, and I expect you arrived through one of Hermes' portals.
Oh yeah, well
The
that
shiny
makes
doorway.
total sense.
As for who we are, well, that does require some explanation, I agree.
Okay, but
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Athena, goddess of wisdom. This is Apollo, god of prophecy, dressed for the occasion, as always. The wondrous Aphrodite.
that makes sense. I was gonna
goddess of
say this
love,
woman
And
is
the one
wow.
glaring at you is Persephone. Yes! Once queen of the underworld.
once queen.
Together, we are the chorus. We rule over the
Oh.
idols, our name for the gods who remain. All of us, hidden in your modern world.
Once queen of the underworld. Okay, also, if you weren't aware, if you see right behind me on this wall back here, that's Persephone. Anyway, wait, gods are real?
Gods aren't real. They can't be. They're just.
Stories, myths, legends.
If you're real, you'd be all powerful. You wouldn't be hiding or.
Don't pay much attention to those old tales about us, Grace. They weren't very true to begin with, and, well, truth be told, we've diminished since those days. That doesn't mean we're helpless, of course. Far from it. Yet, at the end of the day, we too are just people, trying to get by.
I'm not too keen on the way she is coming across so positive. You expect me to believe this?
You expect me to believe that gods, sorry, idols, have been living among us for what? Thousands of years? You're thousands of years old.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to make you believe anything. Not at all. If you'd like to believe this office is right outside your front door, or that we are, I don't know, actors, religious fanatics, by all means.
Fair.
The only thing I do need you to grasp is that you are here. This is real, and like it or not, it is happening.
Right, and you live here, not in some city in Europe or a.
On top of a mountain?
Well,
Oh, I know. Once we roamed marble halls, and now fashionably appointed apartments. We have Wi-Fi. We move with the times, Grace. We have to, if we're going to remain hidden and survive. The mortals grow more and more clever with each passing century. Television! I do what I must.
She is exhausted.
Wait, you said, and Hermes said, that I'm a god now too. And an idol.
That is true.
That thing that came out of her that went into me.
We call it an eidolon, the part of Calliope's soul which made her an idol, which now makes you one.
Athena, we are wasting time.
The reason you're here, Grace, the reason why we made you wait so long while we debated, is because we have rules. Those rules mean we can't admit into our ranks a usurper. Never mind a possible murderer.
Oh.
I know this will all come as a shock, and I'm so sorry to say it, but I'm afraid you have to die.
Okay, if that was the game plan all along, why bother taking all this time to explain everything and answering all my questions? Also, there's no evidence that we are the ones that did anything wrong. I didn't... yeah, what gives you the right?
What do you mean? What do you mean you have to die?
It's exactly as it sounds, Grace.
You can't do that. What about a trial? You aren't the police. Why hasn't someone called the police?
Calliope's blood is literally on your hands.
Because she collapsed onto me.
But
and I caught her.
it isn't...
Oh, she looks so helpless. Maybe we
should do as we agreed. Calliope's line would end, yes, but what other option do we have? Let a usurper remain an idol?
Justice
been
has
awfully
to be
quiet.
done for Calliope's sake.
But... this isn't justice!
Ooh. Ooh.
You cannot hide from this reality.
I'm not hiding, though a little lost here.
If you are lost, little girl, this bears explanation. Dear child, please listen. You have usurped a muse. No recourse to be arranged.
But it's unfair.
I know, but our laws cannot be changed.
But she came to me.
You must realize there are simple rules. If one of us dies, these rules have been the tools that she.
You must know I didn't do it. Is it weird this isn't song?
Now that the muse is gone,
Now that she's gone,
I'm afraid you'll have to see. The chorus is in accord. Justice won't be ignored.
I disagree.
Thank you. I was waiting for the literal prophet to speak up.
Did I hear that correctly?
You've been quiet this entire time, Apollo. Why speak up now?
I grieve Calliope's loss just as much as the rest of you, but I can't let you do this.
That's right, Baker.
What if Grace speaks the truth? What if Calliope chose her? And what if Calliope was murdered by her? What if Grace stole her eidolon?
Then we need to find out. Don't you want justice?
Oh, Apollo, I thought we'd agreed this was justice. What would you have us do?
Okay. Very quick. I'm going to get sidetracked. I think that might be Troy Baker. I have to know. Otherwise, it's going to drive me nuts. Troy Baker. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I want a trial. No. Actually, if we say I want a trial, they're gonna be like, ooh, trial by combat or some such silliness. So let me prove myself.
I can prove myself. If you let me. I can try.
We aren't seriously considering this.
Very well. This one time. I put a motion before the chorus. Do we allow Grace the right to prove her innocence?
Why would you not?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Come on, Persephone.
Fine.
Yeah.
And there we have it.
Let me prove my innocence. How do I do it?
Wait. I'm gonna get some help with this, right? Some direction?
You say Calliope chose you. I would like to believe that. I truly would. You have 1 week to find out what happened, Grace.
Okay.
What happens after a week?
There will be a trial. If you cannot provide proof of your innocence by then, well, our original verdict stands.
And how do you suggest I find the
Can
killer?
someone explain to me just how I'm supposed to find the truth? I'm not a detective. I don't know anything about the idols.
Well, that's for you to figure out.
I knew you were going to say that. How did I know you were going to say that?
We're not going to keep you, Grace. You have much to do. Before you go, however, a few rules. Do not reveal our existence to the mortal world. This includes mortal authorities that cannot help you. Do not harm another idol. Do not leave the city. Do as the chorus commands. Otherwise, do whatever you must to find the true killer, if they exist.
Oh, that's all?
Welcome, dear sister.
And do help yourself to a cookie.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on the cookies. Oh, I don't think we have a choice. Okay, I would like to look at our journal, please. We have all the characters. Okay, so Freddy is our best friend. Her band is called Edge of Elysium. Okay. Calliope, which is one of the muses and voiced by Ashley Johnson. I'm still going to be upset if she doesn't show up again. Hermes. Looks like Hermes goes by they them pronouns in the game. Aphrodite, which like woman. Fitting character design. Okay. Oh, so it seems like Grace is suspicious that one of the other gods is involved. Which makes sense, because how would like a layperson mortal know that Calliope was a god? Don't know much about Apollo. He disagreed with the you need to die verdict. He is the god of prophecy. Not long robe type of prophecy. Athena, which is head honcho at this point. They're saying she gives like mother energy, but unsure what kind of motherly energy. I'm suspicious of her. And then Persephone, which also like, damn. Okay. It's not that she is the queen of the underworld. It said that she was the queen of the underworld, which I am curious to learn more about. Yeah, exactly. She was once the queen of the underworld. Okay. That's all we have is just the people? Oh, okay. I guess let's go back home. Oh, somebody's waiting for us. Freddy is.
Grace?
Oh, and Freddy is freaked out. Is Calliope's body still here? No, Hermes took care of it. Okay.
Grace?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. You're kidding, right? When I came home, the door was wide open. You weren't answering your phone. Kaz and Brian are still out looking for... Grace... We thought something happened to you.
Something did.
Wait, did something happen to you?
Yeah, but I can't tell you about it. Oh, that's gonna suck. We're gonna make all of our friends alienated, and I don't like that.
Yeah. Kidnapped by aliens.
Well, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
Big, scary aliens.
You were gone all night. Why didn't you answer your phone? Well, I was calling and calling. This wasn't some hookup, was it? Because, you can say it's none of your business, Freddy.
I should warn you.
Freddy? You might not want to turn around.
Why? Did your hookup return? Did they bring flowers? Are they preparing to serenade you?
Hi there.
Who is this,
So
Grace?
we've already blown it
Why does he have
on
points?
rule number 1 of don't tell people. Good question. I mean, we technically haven't said anything
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine.
To answer your question, my dear, you see the horns. Because I allow you to see the horns.
yet. Ooh, another
That's
really
crazy,
good voice.
right? As for who I am, I've been known most often as Pan. So you call me that, if you must call me anything.
Pan, of the Greek gods, Pan, right? What are you, some kind of cosplayer?
The days of idols being called gods are well behind us, I'm afraid, but I assure you, I am the real article.
Oh, the goat eyes.
I've come to offer our newest idol a helping hand. Or perhaps two. You do look lost, don't you?
Yeah, and what do you get out of this?
And what do you get out of helping me exactly?
Now that is an excellent question. You'll need that kind of baseless suspicion if you're going to survive among us.
Is it baseless? I've already had my life threatened tonight.
Whoa, wait. Life threatened?
Oops, we
What?
didn't tell her about
now you've done it. You've gone and upset the mortal.
Can we even talk in front of Freddy? Yeah, because I was told not to inform them of whatever is happening.
So we can just talk about this in front of Freddy.
Haven't you? Darling. And here I drop my glamour and everything.
It's just, I was told we're not supposed to. Talk about it, that is.
Talk about what? Grace, tell me.
The prohibition is against revealing the idols to the mortal world. She's not the mortal world, is she? She can be trusted, can't she?
Why do I have the feeling that I'm going to regret not leaving with Brian and Kaz?
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Okay, Freddy. Have a seat. Let's talk.
Yeah, that's fair.
Huh. That's it? Huh? I guess. Do you believe in this, Grace?
I mean, we very much have proof. It's very odd, but we've seen it with our own 2 eyes.
Sure, but I had proof.
Sorry.
I traveled through a magical door.
Which sounds extra cool.
I was a little distracted.
Well, I have a million questions, but I can ask them later. The important thing is that I am here to support my best friend.
Okay, so Freddy's a ride or die. I have mixed emotions about Pan thus far. But, you're taking this well.
You are taking this way better than I did.
Yes, well, nobody's threatening me.
Fair.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
You need help, so I help. Even if it means tracking down god killers.
Such darling camaraderie. It brings a tear to my eye. It truly does.
Speaking of killers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You wound me, dear lady. I've come to offer advice to our newest idol, a foundling who was set adrift most cruelly.
And again, what do you get out of it?
I still don't trust you. Nobody does anything for free.
Now. Who said I was doing anything for free?
Here we go.
I have not, however, asked for anything. As of yet.
Yeah, how do I know it wasn't you? I mean, there's no way it's him, but how do I know?
You know, you could be the killer, for all I know.
Come to mislead you, perhaps. How fiendishly clever of me. Well called, darling.
And maybe even true.
Poor Pan! To be eternally maligned and mistrusted. Alas, and alas, and alas. I doubt there's a line of idols waiting to offer you advice, Grace. But whether you accept mine or not is for you to decide.
And how did you know about me? How is this word getting around? And how are they finding me?
Seems rather convenient, you showing up with advice. How did you even know I existed?
A little bird told me, if you must know. Very useful, those little birds.
He's not gonna tell you, Grace.
There's not much to tell. Among the idols, news travels swiftly. We are a tiny village of godly busybodies. I heard of your arrival, and I know how obtuse the chorus can be. So here I am. You're welcome.
Okay, Maui.
Okay, I'll bite. What's your advice? I have to admit, I don't really know where to start.
Well, I'm not normally one to run amok telling others how to live their lives. But have you considered using your powers?
My powers?
Music, art, passion. You are the last muse, and all these are now your province.
The chorus did start singing randomly.
When I was talking to Athena and the others, they all started singing. Does that mean that was me?
Let me guess. Music swelled as if from nowhere. Lips quivered, souls were laid bare.
Yeah, I guess.
And yeah, that was you.
Okay,
Yep, that was you.
How does that help me find Calliope's murderer?
Allow me to expedite the process of understanding. Now then, close your eyes. You hear that? It's coming from you. When you sing, what emotion does it summon?
I don't know.
You open your eyes, you look into the crowd, and you feel
powerful.
Grace, you know that you're lost now. You've been given powers you don't understand. I'm the guy who can help you. All that you hear is at your command.
He's
No,
giving
it's okay,
villain
Freddy. This is
from
all me?
The Princess and
What do
Frog.
I do?
Start singing.
Now?
Oh,
Why not?
try to roll
Time
with
for
it.
wasting.
How the hell did you find me? This is the weirdest night I've ever had. And you say I have powers? How could this possibly turn out bad? Am I doing it now?
Brilliant.
I don't
Lost
follow.
little girl.
Are those really actual horns?
We'll listen
and
to
the
it.
singing is so hard to swallow.
I know.
Can you hear me, Grace? What's going
It's your
on?
song. Morning fades and the day wastes away. Grace, you can't wait. Grace, don't delay. I know where you belong, Grace. The song, Grace. I can show you the way. Time to play.
I don't trust him.
Come this
Grace, I have a bad feeling that Grim is a giveaway. That much is clear.
I agree, but let's hear him out.
How does he know you and why is he here? Freddy, this map is uncharted. Let's hear him out. I I know how you feel. Me, I'm just getting started. I wish you could feel this, it's kind of unreal. Grace, have you gone delirious? Stranger danger could not be more serious. You've been hurt before by mysterious men. I won't let you get hurt again.
Freddy's a good friend.
Morning's gone and the day fades away. Freddy, it's okay. I need you to stay.
Go get a room.
It's not like that.
You think you don't need me just 'cause you can't read me. Believe me, this won't go away.
Time to play.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
It's okay, Freddy. I think I know what he means.
Yes,
It's my choice.
it's all yours. Ba-ba, 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 da-da-da. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Grace, what are you doing? That wasn't me.
You sure?
Will you stop screwing
I
around?
enjoy it.
He should be avoided.
Or applauded.
Grace, who's it gonna be? Him or me?
Morning fades and the day wastes away.
Morning fades and the day wastes away. I'm okay, 'cause I wasted with you. Freddy's been by my side since the old days. We'll age well together too.
You think I'm the danger? You have no idea. I wouldn't blame you for wanting to hide, but do we make merry or should you get ready? Finally grow up and take it outside.
So wait, are you saying you won't work with Freddy?
She couldn't be less qualified.
We're in a band, you do understand.
She could go solo. Let's let the idol decide.
Oh, we're choosing neither. Ultimatums are not cool. If anybody ever gives you an ultimatum,
All right, enough.
honestly,
This isn't a game to me. I'm not picking sides. My life is on the line.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I suppose we did get carried away. But this is your power, Grace. You draw out the passions from within. I trust you can see how that might be useful in your investigation.
I do also want to point out, and this is just because I am a cynical person by nature and I am suspicious of a lot of things, but I find it interesting that Freddy has taken all of this news so well without much fuss or argument. I feel like maybe there's a chance she knows more than she's letting on, but to answer his question, yeah, I see how that can work to our
I
advantage.
think so. So I can make people do anything?
If I meant you could make them do anything, I would have said you could make them do anything.
Fair.
No, Grace. You pull truth from within. But it is their truth, and not yours. A muse does not command. She evokes. She elicits. She inspires.
Are you done? You've helped Grace already, right?
Indeed, I have. But I do have one more thing to impart. For all your powers, you still need a place to begin your search.
Mhm.
And this I can provide.
Couldn't have said that earlier.
An address in the city where Calliope was staying, I do believe.
Yeah, you should have led
Have
with that.
Calliope's address? You should have started with that.
And miss all the dancing? Nonsense.
Ugh.
Now this I consider a favor. One I hope you'll remember in future dealings.
That's perfect. We can look for clues there. What this Calliope was doing, who her enemies were.
I should remind you there is an element of danger. A killer is on the loose, no?
Then I'll need her help. I do concern. I am concerned that I'm going to end up getting her severely injured or killed by having her help me out, but...
Then I'll definitely need backup.
You'll be fine. After all, what's a mortal to do that you cannot?
I can speak Hindi. Okay, fine, I get it. I need to find Kaz and Brian. Just tell them you're okay. If, not the other stuff.
Then I guess I'll go check this place out on my own.
So glad that's settled. I'll let you get to it. I've drinking to resume. Ta-ta.
I do agree he seems to know a bit too much that he's not actually telling us. I would definitely agree. Gotta check to see if there's anything new on anybody else here. It appears she was staying in an apartment, one that belongs to Persephone of all people, and it was not too far from mine. Interesting. I had to tell her everything. I didn't expect her to lash out at Pan the way she did. What's wrong with her? First she says she'll support me, no questions asked, and then she's demanding I choose between her and Pan. It's so crazy. So that could be... Because obviously she's a romance option, so that could be just the muse pulling the passion out of her, right? The, hey, no, choose me, pick me thing. Or it could be that she does know more than she has let on thus far. Whoops.
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign.
No, it is not. Oh, that's a... Damn. That's an incredibly nice apartment. I mean, obviously she's a muse, but like,
This
Jesus.
is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but... not this. Hello? Oh, sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around.
There we go. Start on the left. Look at the guitar. That's not on the left, but whatever.
Damn, look at that. That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
The light, which is like stained glass or something.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here?
Let's look at the pretty pictures.
Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
Oh, dang, okay.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. Wonder how many celebrities she knew.
Totally makes sense. Yeah. Why does it keep ending up with my mouse over there?
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask?
I know we're not actually related, but since I'm the muse now, do I get her stuff? Do I get her apartment?
I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
Yeah, it keeps moving my mouse way up there. That is strange.
Giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
Well, yeah, why not? What's wrong with giant harps?
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
So, thus far, we have been given nothing to work with.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs? Oh man. Keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday.
Oh?
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9. Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their eidolon, take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
You're Apollo. I mean, yeah, but what are you doing here?
What are you doing? Sitting here in the dark?
What does it look like I'm doing?
I don't know.
Preparing your villainous monologue?
I'm grieving. For a dear friend. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
Yeah, you're not only here to grieve.
I could ask you the
He's
same
looking
question.
for answers just like we
I
are.
told you why.
I know what you said, but look around. This office has been tossed. Someone searched this place from top to bottom.
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Why did you speak up for me?
I
Other
should
than
thank you
the
for,
whole prophet thing.
you know, speaking up for me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I'm not disputing that, Grace. I just don't think that I'm the one to help you.
And why is that?
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan? How odd.
I agree.
It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do! You have to know more than me about almost everything!
My help will only make things worse.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
I suppose he is speaking from the perspective of a prophet, so maybe he is aware of something that we're not.
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
Troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
I can't do this.
This is so strange.
Calliope was clearly important to you. Don't you want to know the truth?
Of course I do.
Then what's the problem? Don't do it for me. Do it for her.
Okay, rude, using powers on him. He's obviously
I
hurting.
haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
Phantom pains from a missing friend, feeding thoughts, thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do? Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Calliope, what was she to you?
Years, thousands of years, we walked side by side. She tried, said there's other paths. Don't walk the same, never the same. I have roads I like, smooth, paved in stone. She got tired of our divide. We weren't the same, never the same.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me, thought I'd wait her out. Usually, she'd come back to me. You see, she'd return. We'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
So she is killed, and you're here at her place.
He didn't do it
On
though.
its face, the way it looks, you're to blame.
I'm not.
You claim words won't do. Help me, then I'll know. Show, you need to show. Words aren't the same, never the same.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Was that a yes?
Let's see.
So it's yes, you'll do this.
Yes. It's time to move.
She'd approve.
She is gone. It's time for change. Never the same. That hidden voice, it will always play. On a loop, it'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do? It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something new.
Their voices mesh
Very
really well
well,
together.
I'll help. though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
We're gonna say, can you explain why? But what we need is the past, not the future.
It'd be helpful if you could explain why, exactly. This is all new to me, remember?
Yes, of course, that's true. It's so easy to forget that. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
So maybe that's the problem. That's why he's so upset with himself, is he saw her death.
You're talking about fate, aren't you? Destiny.
I am.
I can't say I've ever believed in fate.
You probably didn't believe in magic either, but here we are.
Good point.
That's a good point.
My power is to pick at the strands of fate and make a single path clear. But in doing so, all other paths vanish. Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Can you help another way?
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Okay, but we haven't taken any time to look around her room yet. I feel like we should look around her room.
This is where you live?
Oh, yes, sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Don't worry about it. I have 3 brothers. I've seen a mess or two.
Well, you're being kind. I admit I hadn't realized how bad it was.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
You mean like the Oracle of Delphi? People went to ask her questions, I think, or was that just another story?
Oh, you know about that. Okay. Well, that'll make this easier. There have been many oracles over the ages. They serve as a sort of conduit for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
What?
I brought someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
I have to say, love that they made the Oracle so similar to Batman Oracle. Kind of fun. Also, are you sure?
You know what Apollo is, right?
Oh, I know what Paul says he is. Just because someone says they can fly does not make them the Tooth Fairy. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Look at your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
You keep calling him
You keep
Paul.
saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creep at first, but nah, Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
I was gonna say, there's no way he's walking around all the time with his shirt open like that. Like, come on. How well do you know him?
Is Apollo always so
incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
Hey, I'm gathering info.
No, you're still a suspect. I need to learn what you're really about.
All right, that's fair.
A suspect? You mean like a suspect in a crime suspect? Paul? Lady, I know bad. Paul's a lot of things, but he ain't bad.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use the computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
Is that a surprise?
You weren't expecting that?
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment.
Fair.
The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
Is there going to be trouble going there?
I'm thinking she won't be happy to see me.
Persephone is rarely happy to see anyone.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
I'm feeling a touch attacked by that, but it's fine. I mean, I get up to take the dog out. You know, that counts. That counts for something. Okay, let's peek through real quick. Nothing new there. Ooh, okay. Doesn't sound like we met Calliope at all, even though she seemed to know a lot about us. Her apartment was super cool. Yeah, but we still didn't get a chance to look at it, which bothers me. Apollo has new information. Just that he's helping us. Cool. I think we'll do one more of these like chapter things, and then we will take a quick break after that and then move to a different game, like maybe some Good Pizza, Great Pizza or something like that. Something a little less narrative. Is it a nightclub? It's a nightclub.
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow.
Ah, clever.
How have I never heard of this place?
Oh, there's
Persephone keeps
Pan.
it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night.
Who's
Don't ask me
that?
how. Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves, even if they don't look human.
Not for
Do
you?
you come here often?
Oh, no.
That was a pickup line.
No. Persephone and I aren't friends.
Is she friends with anyone?
Not many, no. Except Calliope, apparently. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
Nope. Not even a little.
Really. What do you suggest?
Well, if I know Persephone, and I do, she won't be up for a chat. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Okay, so I want to know... Oh, Eros is who that was. Okay. I was going to say there was somebody we saw in the crowd that actually had a fleshed out art style that we haven't met yet. But that must be Eros. We're going to start at the bottom. We're going to start with Pan as much as I don't want to. Yes, hello.
As I live and breathe, if it
Hey,
isn't our dear
welcome.
muse.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
No, I'm looking for information on Calliope's killer. Thank you.
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me.
God.
Remember, how you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
He has been
Apollo
helpful.
keeps
That's
saying
true.
he'll make everything worse, but he's been helpful.
That is his way, to be helpful. Until you turn into a tree.
Do you mean Daphne? The woman who turned herself into a tree to get away from Apollo?
Well, look at you, a woman of letters.
Is that a true story?
Let's say our Apollo has regrets that go well beyond his impotence, and leave it at that.
Anyway, why are you hanging out at a club, my dude?
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Yeah, who could have thought
Well,
about
did you?
that?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
The things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some
Only
sort of
1,000,000% yes.
scoundrel?
It's more that I'm stating it outright.
Rejected twice in a row. How will I ever recover from such insult, I ask you?
Good question.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to tell you, Grace. Even an idol needs to get by.
So, I'll have you know, by the way, Coffee Talk. I played the first one. I know there's a second one. I haven't gotten it yet, but I liked the first one. It was fun. But no, I was going to say, I'll have you know that after all of our food talk on our stream yesterday, I ended up making some black bean noodles for dinner because I couldn't find anything fancier than that sounded good. Figured I'd give you the update.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you. Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well.
Good? Yeah.
She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means,
That
I'd
face.
love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
Why would I be the source of her rage? I have done literally nothing. This has all been thrust upon me.
Don't tell me the big bad Pan is afraid.
Seeing as I am neither big nor truly bad, it behooves me to be wary of
That's
those
what
who
that
are
game
both.
is?
That's awfully sensible for you.
You barely know me, my little dumpling. But if I am anything,
Again with
I
the
am a
food talk.
survivor.
Suit yourself. I'll find another way.
It's for the best. My best, at any rate.
No, I'd seen Tavern Talk pop up on my Steam, and it looked more like a kind of like the gas station simulator, more along those lines than it did anything else. So I didn't realize it was like a D&D coffee talk. I'm gonna have to actually like look at the listing instead of just ignoring it, because that's not what I thought it was at all.
I
That's
should get
cool.
going. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
One can only hope.
Okay, we're gonna talk to Hermes because we haven't seen him since he whisked us away. We haven't seen them since they whisked us away.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice,
Thing?
but sorry anyway.
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track.
That makes sense.
So I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks.
That also makes
Athena
sense.
says, one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
Isn't Athena the one
Wouldn't
in
Athena
charge?
still be in charge?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That doesn't bother you?
Why would it? Athena's the nicest of the bunch. She makes the best cookies.
Okay, note to self, absolutely do not eat the cookies because they are drugged or something.
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends and I was having trouble at home and he helped me out. I miss him.
Yeah, is that normal?
You knew it was gonna happen? It wasn't a surprise?
He asked me before he left.
Oh.
So no, not a surprise.
Is that usually how it happens?
Usually, yeah.
When Calliope died, you were right there, within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
Sounds great.
That sounds
Yeah.
grim.
It's not so bad. Corone could be less creepy, though.
Who's Corone?
The boat guy.
The farriers
He
for
keeps
the
asking me
underworld?
for a mixtape. What even is that?
Oh, man.
This is probably a stupid question, but do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I
Can
know
make
anything
potions
about that?
Instead of coffee? That's
When
kind
you
of
came
fun. I like that.
To the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
Why was she angry?
How was she angry?
Pissed off. But more because she cared about everyone too much not to be. I don't know, that's what I thought anyhow. I'm probably wrong.
I don't think so.
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. One time, I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
Is Persephone really that bad? Why do the idols put up with her?
We're like family, and Persephone is that really mean aunt that nobody wants to invite. Don't tell her I said that. She keeps a list. It's a thing.
Okay, forget I asked.
Whew! Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps. Blech.
Late Ventura boss. Kind of, yeah. I do think it's really interesting. It's not quite comic book style, but it's similar. And then the animation style is like it is giving Venture Bros, I would agree. I'm curious because they've talked about so far that Persephone used to be the queen of the underworld. So that's telling me something happened between her and Hades where he's dead, they're not together, question mark, something like that. And maybe that's why she's got so much anger. But that's a shot in the dark. Motion comic style movement, yeah.
We'll see you around.
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
I don't intend on it, but you know, things happen. Okay, so Eros is essentially... I'm kind of trying to like test my memory on Greek mythology at the same time. If I remember correctly, he is essentially the god of like romantic love. Like he's a Cupid, for lack of a better way of putting it. I'm digging the harness. Did they just turn him into a bear? Is that what they did?
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though.
Voice.
Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Okay, so they've changed it to Skosh.
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries. It may as well be true.
Fair.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed.
His
These
voice
days,
sounds familiar.
Well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
Why does his voice sound familiar?
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? We're expecting a chubby little flying baby
Like
with
I
a bow
said,
and arrow.
kind of a Cupid.
I wasn't...
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry?
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happen?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
That's a bit creepy. No.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Sounds like he's speaking from experience.
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want... Nope, never mind.
I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
Rokan from WoW. That's why he sounds so familiar. That's what it is. I've been sitting here and I'm like trying to pay attention to what he's saying, but I'm mostly listening to how his voice sounds, trying to figure it out.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but
Thank
I
you.
can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you.
Oh, I know she wouldn't be.
I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
But I didn't do anything.
What if I could guarantee that there wouldn't be a problem?
Aha. How could you guarantee that?
First, I'd reassure you that I'm here to work things out with Persephone. I don't want to fight. Second, if that didn't pan out, I'd tell her I lied to you.
Making me the idiot who fell for it.
Oh, I don't know. I can be tricksy.
Okay. Fine. When you're ready to see her, you let me know, and I'll take you. Deal?
Deal.
Fair enough. Okay, we gotta talk to Apollo first. No, because we don't need assistance. We know what we're doing. Oh, just kidding. We're talking to him. Oh no, it did let me cancel. Okay. Oh, we're so screwed.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later. I was willing to leave you be, Grace. To wait until your guilt was certain. And yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
None of the above.
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you. Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate? Are you an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her Eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
Okay, so something absolutely went down with Hades, and she is just in pain.
You act like I'm the only suspect. Like I must have killed Calliope because she came to me.
You are the only suspect.
We were at Calliope's apartment, and we know it belongs to you.
You knew her. Better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
I mean, I wasn't done talking to you, but okay. Oh. Okay. He is Troy Baker, and Ashley Johnson is in this, and so is Laura Bailey, which is amazing.
Answers? Fight for them.
See, I knew it was gonna be a fight. I called it earlier.
A lost little girl, you shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends.
I wasn't expecting Jazzy out of her.
Go home, little girl. The shadows drawing near, and you all alone. We both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends. Hope everyone's having a great night. I guess I'm this evening's sacrifice.
big hand for your usual MC. She's planned a brutal takedown just for me. Hopefully I last a couple rounds. You deserve a good show. I won't let you down.
My, we caught a butterfly, such a delicate thing. What a find. I hope she doesn't mind when we pull off her wings. Maybe you don't know who I am. Maybe you don't know who I am.
Why would I come here to start a brawl? I'm just running out of time is all. If it's true that I'm just lost and small, why are you keeping your guard up?
Oh man, you stole that from Pan. What a real renegade.
That face.
No you, no point of view. Kid, people have paid. Me, I've seen a whole lot of bands. I know what a song secondhand. Maybe you don't know who I am.
Anthony Rabbit. Who does he play?
And she can't be excited anymore. But maybe there's 1,000 brand new songs been right in front of her all along. Let me hear you.
Orpheus? We haven't met him yet. But that's exciting because he is one of my favorite voices.
How long since you heard something new? Or is that piece of you dead and buried in this cemetery? You ate a bad seed. That's not on me.
Tread carefully, Grace.
Rotten too long, blossomed all wrong.
Change shape. In time, you'll see we all rot away into who we will be. Your youth wasn't stolen like it was from me.
Let me help you.
Don't touch me. I don't need help from any of you. I was alone when you know who kidnapped and
Gotcha.
crushed all my dreams till a muse. I just
So this isn't playing on the Persephone and Hades ended up having a good relationship story. This is on the no, it was actually bad. That makes more sense.
Your Majesty, do you understand who I am? Who I
I still don't trust him at all. I don't trust Pan.
No. No, you've earned your answers.
Thank you.
Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
You gave her that beautiful place? That's generous of you.
I had it to give.
Generosity isn't exactly what you're known for, Persephone.
I felt sorry for her, Apollo. Not that it makes any difference. It's been at least 2 years since we spoke. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
Ah, so she's the one that ransacked.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been fighting with.
Oh, don't stare at me when you say that.
That means one of two things. Either whatever happened to her was sudden, or it was secret.
I suppose you're right.
Yeah, I know.
Calliope was never one to keep secrets. When she was doing something, everyone knew about it.
None of you were talking to her. Who would she tell?
You're clever. Maybe there's a chance Calliope chose you after all.
Well,
If
thanks.
it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
One of us.
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how he might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal
Thanks.
killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course we looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic revealed no trace of it.
Wait. Did you say magic?
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Well,
fair point.
Sure, I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Some would say our powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
So can I have a Persephone that's nothing special? Oh my god. Hello, welcome. My mod is making me choke laugh into my microphone, but otherwise I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. How are you? Something stuck to me. Oh my gosh.
Couldn't we go to Athena with this?
DLC.
If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus.
Athena would be sympathetic, but the die has been cast.
That's a really
She
good
won't go
question.
back on
I'm
the
not
edict,
sure.
Not without clear evidence.
Oh, now you want evidence.
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
I remind you of something. What's that? They're really not a sponsor, but you're pretty good. Good. It's all about Orpheus. Yeah, I'll have to check when we go on break. I'll go back into my Steam library and see. Because now I'm not certain if I got the DLC or not.
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What?
Ooh.
What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry. She could be argumentative.
Yes, but enough to make enemies who wanted her dead?
Obviously somebody
Not that
did.
you or I know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
Yeah, what about Pan? Because I'm still really suspicious about him, and I don't trust him.
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere, right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer. It would be too messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is odd.
Okay. Yeah, also the two of you are still suspicious?
For all I know, either one of you could have done it and you're just playing along.
Apollo is capable of many things, but lying? He was never any good at it.
Whereas we know how capable you are of murder.
Okay,
This
this
is
is
the
even
one
fair.
and only god I killed. Deserved it.
Right.
What it's gonna
Sorry I
be.
brought it up.
I'm so interested to find out more about her backstory in this.
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring me guilty, don't you think?
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
She does.
Well,
Athena has one goal and one goal only: to protect the idols. And that included Calliope. She'll eventually drive us all mad with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When do you ever have helped to anyone but yourself?
Says the woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died, Apollo. Calliope, who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the Muses meant to me?
This is getting intense. Also, yeah, no, after the very first song in the game, like 5 minutes in, I decided that I'm probably going to end up buying the soundtrack as well because it's really good so far. And it has some killer voice actors, no pun intended. So that just adds to it. Yeah, also, stop bickering. You are supposed to be idols, gods. You're supposed to be idols, not children. So calm down and let's work this out.
Stop it! Stop fighting! Is this what the idols are like? You just what? Live forever and never get over anything?
Exactly.
Super. Becoming a
5
god was
soundtracks?
such a gift. Wow.
Wow, I'm so glad.
Calliope, I'm listening now. Tell us what end you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
Ooh.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a fate? You are blinded.
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
He's a literal prophet. I think he would.
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury. Not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this.
There is something missing we're blinded to.
Yes, there's more to see.
Lyrical that makes sense.
Apollo, your help is not needed
Different
here. Go
options.
ahead and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
You abandoned me to
Of
a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too
late.
late.
You know how far I bent before I
trapped.
snapped.
This is not about you. Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the sun.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds, they distract and blind you. You can't see yourselves.
He doesn't know what's important.
And you do?
Oh, I hate this.
Or stay.
Oh, I don't like that choice at all. Oh, I hate that.
Now that Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen out of the room,
Oh,
perhaps
I
we
hate
can get somewhere.
That's the base soundtrack and the one for the DLC. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, I do not like that decision I had to make. Also, why so freaking
Was all
dramatic?
that really necessary? His reaction wasn't great, but you did provoke him.
It wasn't my finest moment, but you saw how he transformed.
The same
Apollo
way you
likes to
probably would
pretend he's
too.
not the man he used to be, but behind that sad facade lurks exactly the lout I remember.
The
I'll
lout,
admit
that's a good
The
word.
problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
Apparently, Riot was not a fan either of the choice we had to make. Okay.
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
I don't know if I believe that because You can't sit here and say, oh, if it's a risk, then it won't be tolerated. And yet she spent a good 20 minutes explaining their existence and everything to us before announcing that we had to die. Ignore my dog losing her mind. Woof woof! You big baby! There's nothing out there for you. Also, hello, friend. Gonna need Anthony Head to be in this. That name sounds familiar. I'm really bad at names. That name sounds very familiar, and I think I know who that is, but I'm not certain.
Maybe whoever's behind this
That was
knows
from-
that.
oh,
and is
yep,
counting
yep,
on
yep,
it.
yep.
To what end? To ensure the death of a hapless mortal girl?
To ensure that whoever became the next muse won't survive.
I can't imagine why anyone would want to eradicate the power of the last muse. Still, it's worth considering.
You've decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
He was
I've
also in
already
Repo?
admitted that Calliope might actually have chosen you. Don't push your luck.
Oh, I didn't mean...
I'm loving it so
you
far.
have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate deception, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize. Okay, the desire to flirt with Persephone is incredibly strong, but I'm not going to do that because we still don't know who all the romance options are. And I want to know all of our choices before I make a decision. Repo Man, yeah. Okay, yeah.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
Yeah, I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city, start a revolution, become a terror the likes of which mortals only dream.
Why would I do that?
Really?
No, Grace. Go home. Be patient.
Yeah, that makes more
When
sense.
you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
Act 2. Pause. It's auto-saving. I'm going to take us on a break. I have a feeling this might end up about the vinyl soundtrack. I like that. I have a feeling this might end up being our filler game for Wednesday and whatnot too, because this is so good so far. But I don't want to zoom through it. So we've already finished Act 1 in under 2 hours. So I'm going to take a quick break, get up, stretch my legs, make sure the dog didn't like ruin the kitchen when she was losing her mind. And when we come back, we will play a little, or maybe we'll keep playing this. I can't decide. We're going to take a quick break. I will let you guys discuss in the chat if you want while I'm gone what you would like to see, because I really like this and I kind of want to keep going, but I also don't want to blow it through it super fast. Yeah. Anyway, 2-3 minute break, stretch my legs, and we will be right back. So I decided we'll keep playing this if you guys are cool with that, because I'm enjoying this game a lot. And while I don't want to blast through it, at the same time, I have other games on my list I want to play. So if I do blast through this, then oh well. Romance options are Persephone, Apollo, Pan, and someone named Freddie. So Freddie is like our friend / bandmate that we came into the game with. Personally, I think if we're playing a game surrounded by Greek gods, that we should be romancing Greek gods. You're down like a clown, Charlie Brown. Hey! I am thinking we might try... Pan is too smooth for me. He's too much of a smooth talker, you know? I still don't trust him. I'm thinking maybe we romance Apollo because, you know, I can fix him. Or we romance Persephone because, I mean, it's Persephone and, like, did you see her? So I think we'll just see which one has the most kicking my feet and giggling, flirting options in the dialogue when we come across them. And go from there. But let's continue.
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
No, that's exactly
yeah.
right. He gives fuckboy energy.
A goat man
You're
sends
good.
you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? I was
You
so
might.
worried after you left, and... Well, I also felt like crap. You were right to be mad. I said I'd support you as your friend, and I didn't. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
Oh, but you're still my friend. Come on now.
I get it, Fred, but I do need you. I don't know if I can do this without your help.
I do
I'm also
know more
playing
when it
Pub
comes
with
to
my
Greek
dog, so.
mythology. Though I don't know if that last word applies now that we...
Just
Yeah.
say you'll help me. I beg you.
Isn't that a given? Just tell me what happened since I saw you last. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
Volatile. Yeah, I didn't like that decision. But I felt like she would have more information for us because we've already started working with Apollo and he's given us some information to use. So that's why I chose to stick with her and hear her out more.
She has her reasons. I just hope I don't end up on her bad side again.
You'll figure your way out of it. You're still you.
I am still me. That's true.
So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Yeah, we did just speak with him because he was at that club. Last night after the stream, they released an album of 2000s emos band doing 90s and 2000s Disney songs. Okay, I'm whipping out my notebook. What's the name of the album? Oh gosh, I'm also knocking everything over. Because, see, I was probably the #1 purchaser of the Punk Goes Pop albums back in the day. So I'm going to need the name of that album, please. A whole new sound. Thank you very much. Thank you. We just spoke to him.
I just spoke to him at the Underworld. If he wanted something, why didn't he just talk to me there?
Because he's creepy and wants to get you alone.
Still
I
not a
mean-
fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
You're so cute. Punk Goes Pop, also Punk Does Country. Those ones are good too. Now, I am going to cry if I can't visit all three of them, and it makes me choose, especially if it makes me choose between Persephone and Apollo, because right now those are the two I'm debating between romancing. So that might make me cry a little. But let's peek through our journal. My hair is trying so hard to jump into my mouth. I'm not a fan of that. Okay. Also, I'm still salty because she has not reappeared yet, and I want more of her singing. When Idol dies, Hermes just has to be there. Kind of closed mouth, but they just know. Oh yeah, and Lemony Kitten. I don't know if they are like non-binary or what the case may be, but Hermes uses they them pronouns, which is neat. And Aphrodite, like, look at Aphrodite. Okay, who do you think almost tanked the entire thing? He got big angry, stormed out like an angry child. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't trust her at all. She's my ally now, I suppose. Okay. Neither Apollo nor Persephone seem to consider Pan much of a suspect. I'm still very suspicious of him. Eros. Don't think he was convinced either. He just found me amusing, I guess. Fair. Okay, we will start by talking to Pan first, I suppose.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
I mean, yes, but this is not
This building.
standard
All those
garden.
people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
How many idols are there? That's something I was curious about too.
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know. 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers on, if you will. You'll meet them all.
I hope we don't meet them all because the Greek pantheon was incredibly massive and this game would be hundreds of hours long if we did.
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the weak.
Right. Good point.
Okay, if a dumpling is called that due to being small, then wouldn't that mean there too exists a big one that would be called a dumple? But that implies that there would be like an average standard size one that's just called a dump, and I don't think anybody wants that to be the case. I mean, maybe somebody does. I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but like the average person, probably not.
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here, or...?
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
I was gonna say, this is pretty grand as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
Rude.
You asked me to meet you here?
I did. As I recall, you owe me a favor that I now wish to collect, if you'd be so kind.
Or the average one could be called a dumple, and the big one could be called a lumple. Is that why back in the day they had a lump of sugar? It was based off of the measurement of one large dumpling. A lumple. Yeah, I'm not breaking rules for you, dude.
Fine. But just so you know, I'm not doing anything that's against the rules. I already have one trial coming.
Grace, baby, Boobala. Have I ever led you astray?
1, Boobala? 2,
Not yet.
you've known me for
Here's the thing.
12
A
hours?
friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires.
Is it Orpheus?
I'll give you a key to reach
We
the
get to meet
reliquary
Orpheus?
where he resides. You help him, and then we're even.
I really want to meet Orpheus.
If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
Okay, now I'm going to say yes, literally just because I really want to see the character designs. Yeah, would she help me?
This Hecate. Do you think she could help me?
Oh, I know she could,
If
but would
she's
she?
of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
All you have done so far is be just appropriate enough while still setting off alarm bells. So I don't think you get to say, oh, I've done everything. You've hardly given me any information. You've given me like 2 bits of info. Also, explain to me your idea of a
What is
reliquary.
this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place
little
so
library,
no one unsavory
then.
can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Mm-hmm.
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
Oh, how convenient.
A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
No, but I feel like you might be vying to be.
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
Agreed. We do not cross her. I have dumplings on the brain because I'm finally having Chinese food after 3 years of not living around a Chinese restaurant. Oh, the way I would be ordering Chinese every day for like a month. Oh my God. Asian food is my favorite, hands down, especially especially Japanese and Chinese foods. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Even just the Americanized versions are so good. But to be fair, I think I just really like MSG. In all honesty.
This person I'm to help, what does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart.
MSG is
One
indeed.
that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd.
You might.
The
I
man
don't know.
has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
I don't know if any of you guys are listening to this via headphones, but this voice actor on that line just now just sent shivers down my spine. Good God.
That's exactly what someone untrustworthy would say.
It will not take you long to learn, dear Grace, that among the idols there are fewer truth-tellers than there are liars. Truths can be hard, after all. But deception? Deception is as boring as it is simple.
I'll think about it, but no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. I'll send a package to
His
your
name is what?
domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Yeah, no, you know, I just looked at my calendar because we normally play Baldur's Gate on Fridays, and yet Astarion is apparently popping into our Monday game now. So that's new. Okay, I can head to the reliquary, or go talk to Persephone. I'm so nervous that we're limited in how many options we can choose. Okay, I say we go to the reliquary just because I really want to see the character design. And we're just going to cross our fingers and hope that we can still speak to both Apollo and Persephone when we're done. Oh dear.
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
Thank you. Yeah, so I was told.
That's how Pan described it. He said it was a, what's the word? A reliquary?
That is where relics are kept, like magic items, like when we played D&D.
This is nothing like D&D.
Well, I don't know about you, Grace, but if a dragon came flying out of that mist, I would not be the least bit surprised.
I have to pause this to point out how incredible it is that probably a good 1/3 of this cast is made up of voice actors from Critical Role, the very well-known online D&D players. And Laura Bailey, who is playing Grace, just said a line about this is nothing like D&D. That is so funny to me. I love that.
You are such a nerd.
And D20, yes.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
I know that the last thing that we will ever do, if we choose to do so, is cross Hecate. So there's that.
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Oh, it should be.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Ooh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
That sounds good, yeah.
Boyfriend Dungeon. That's another game that's on my list that I have tossed around the idea of playing.
Wow. She says, knowing full well she's the smartest person I've ever met.
If I'm so smart, how am I in this predicament?
It's not a predicament, Grace. It's an adventure.
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No.
A vampire from Baldur's Gate 3?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
I didn't actually know that.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I didn't actually know that was the Minotaur's name. Is the I don't even want to ask this question. Because, duh? I mean, in this setting, in this world, potentially it's not dangerous. But, like, is the Minotaur dangerous? What do you think?
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
Ooh, boy.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
I'm undecided. I am interested in the relics. This is true. That's very true.
Honestly, the reliquary is what I'm really interested in.
Ooh, a plan C. Go on.
There has to be some magical relic that could help me out. The trick will be finding it and getting my hands
I'm
on
not
it.
usually into
that will be the
rogue-like-esque
trick.
games.
I love your plans.
But that one does have enough of a twist that it's piqued my interest. That's so cool! Oh my god! Turn around. Turn around.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Turn around.
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege?
Amazing!
This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came.
But I'm not mortal! Wow, does that sound weird coming out of my mouth?
You, perhaps, but the one with you? Mortals cannot learn of the knowledge kept here. Not ever!
Not as difficult as Hades, but still enough of a challenge. That's fair.
Freddy's not just any mortal. She's special. And she already knows about the idols.
We have been revealed. We are undone!
What? No! No, not undone. I swear I can go if you want. I will. I'm not gonna tell a soul. It's enough that I even got to see this place. It is so amazing. It's like the Great Library of Alexandria, which, you know, was destroyed, and one of the greatest tragedies of human history.
Oh, you like smart things too. Well then.
I have created this sanctuary at great cost. Knowledge is fragile and must be respected.
So dramatic. Very. Yeah, let's start
Maybe
over.
we should start over. My name's Grace. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, you cannot be Grace.
Well, I am,
sure I
so...
am.
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Excuse me?
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written. Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Tread very carefully here. She's got Alucard's look. Oh, you're right. You're right. Ooh, okay. Tread carefully. This is nerve-wracking.
Guess I'm not the only one with a problem.
But this cannot be.
The sooner you accept that someone, somehow, screwed up your magic books, the sooner we can get on to figuring out what happened.
Uh-oh.
You will explain. We will both sit and you will explain. There will be tea.
Well, at least there's tea.
Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Well, I have a
Years?
week. I don't have
years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Can't you, like, I don't know, tug on the strings a little bit harder or something?
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the
Comforting
Moirai,
for
if indeed
real.
they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as
Fates.
the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not.
Correct.
They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Let's meet him.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
I don't like the music. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this
Love
is
him.
Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
I absolutely love him.
Hi there. Can we talk? Somewhere in private?
Talk? What, you and me? Why? What about?
You know, about a delicate matter that maybe you needed help with?
Oh, nope. No. I have no idea what you're talking about. No delegates here.
Oh my god.
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
Don't piss off Hecate.
It is written.
Did you hear that? Pan sends me all this way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's
from
got me
Baldur's Gate
chasing
3.
my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
Literally finished a verbal invitation to your birthday party like that. There'll be cakes and chips and soda. Yeah, that's fair. I was going to make a joke about, like, yes, awkward teen. Only awkward teen. Totally wasn't, something that I would have said a week ago. Also, I literally just noticed that I have chat on screen twice. Why is that on screen twice? What is this? Where is that coming from? Interesting. Well, that's something I'll have to look at later. Okay, I'm gonna make a note for myself about that super quick. That is unusual. Anyway. Let me lock that back. There we go. Okay. I don't want to be like brute forcing my way in everywhere and using my powers all the time. I think we just go back to Pan.
I go back to Pan and tell him the Minotaur didn't want a favor after all.
I guess, but didn't it seem really odd to you that,
Did.
Do you hear what I'm hearing?
He's still here. I had to run the entire. That's a long way, isn't it?
I love him so much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Oh, so she is the love problem. Ooh.
Kate? You don't mean... Oh, that is so cute.
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please help me tell her.
Oh, this is precious.
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
Oh my god. He's so cute. Oh my god. Absolutely, I'm gonna help you, but first I have a few more questions.
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time I end up knocking over a table or killing a cat or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words. Right? Really not good.
Okay, so that's wild. The Minotaur is the same voice actor as the voice of Scarecrow in the animated Harley Quinn show. Now, I haven't seen that show, but I am familiar with the character of Scarecrow, and he normally is not happy, cute, in love like this. So that's wild.
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead?
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
I mean...
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Well, sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're in love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. Please say you'll help me.
That is one that I've really enjoyed. Because it's been a long time, but I've read a couple of the comics from the Batman series. One of my exes was absolutely bonkers obsessed with Batman and the universe and DC. And that was probably my favorite arc, was reading the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy arc. I didn't know they put it in any of the shows, so I might have to check that out. Oh, I don't want to ask about her turning him down. We don't even want to put that out there.
I don't know. Doesn't this feel a little weird?
Which part?
Helping him woo her with my powers.
You heard what Pan said. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. You can only make them say what's in their heart.
Yeah, that's the part I can't do.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
I feel like that might actually go really badly, because if we help him woo her and then he does like this huge breach of trust from her immediately after. Oof. Joker turning into average suburban dad. Oh man. Yeah, I think I might absolutely have to find a way to watch it now. I mean, I suppose it makes sense that the Joker would be in there, but I didn't realize he was. It makes sense. Okay, what if she turns you down?
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once...
Sweetheart, no.
I'd like to be able to ask her, you know, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you. No matter what she says. I promise.
How is he so cute? Oh my god. Of course we're gonna help him. I just want to go through the dialogue.
Sure what to do.
Can't you just, you know, start the music?
Yeah, but to do what?
Oh, leave that to me. I am so excited about this, I can't even stand it.
What exactly did you have in mind, Freddy?
Something tells me this is going to be like the best section of the game.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
A dancer? Oh.
Be honest. You can do it.
You've got this.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically. Just that metaphorically, shit, can someone help me?
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Did not just say that. Some things she doesn't know about herself.
Oh, Katie, to me, you know you in rapture?
Ooh, good word.
Is your pallid skin, your lips are so thin, your love of books.
Asterion, I have but one thought.
He's trying
Why
so
is it
hard.
that you seem so distraught. Are you saying you're in love with me? You couldn't possibly. Really?
You're doing great. Give it another go.
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
Undeniable Riz off the charts.
From my reality, I can't help but think it's best that you forget me. I feel so little joy. My want is to destroy. You will come to resent me. I'm truly fond of you. Yet now it appears that you love me. How can you be so sure? What is my allure? Tears are near certain.
I could never make you cry.
It's not my tears I fear. What if I lose you?
Couldn't. Oh, I feel so powerless.
Let me be crystal shall persevere. Despite all it won't face, it won't disappear. My virtues are few, and if we see this through, the pain that we share may be too severe.
Oh, of course she sings my song better than I do. Help me.
Stand back, there's nothing to see. Everyone move along, it's a car crash of a song. But you're wrong, make no apology. See, she hasn't disappeared, she is standing right here.
I know when I stand next to you, I don't feel like such a freak. I know you feel that way too. You're not like other gods. My love, what are the odds that we're here? Us outsiders should cheer that we found each other.
Why didn't you open with that?
Oh, was that good?
I have always counted on you to speak to me honestly. You're at my beck and call. I've never thanked you at all, and yet you still love me. I let travelers know which way to go, but it bothers me. My own path I forego always seemed apropos, yet where has this led me?
Maybe one step across the line.
Did we do it, guys?
Will leave its own spelling given time.
The thought with which I must contend is, can I love my best friend? Yes! Just decide.
Come on. That face.
Astarion,
Kate?
it seems you've cast a spell on me.
Yes!
You will not regret this.
Not yet. It is written. You've cast a spell on me. To think I shall have my own story. You've cast a spell on me. And we shall write it together. You've cast a spell on me. A tale of romance and glory. You've cast a spell on me. But do we have enough leather? You've cast a spell on me.
Oh. Okay, but that's literally me. Yes.
Well, that was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Astarion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Astarion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
That might be the best bit of gameplay I'm going to see all month. That was amazing. I love it.
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it written? Of course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Astarion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules. It is written.
Okay.
You know, there is a way to repay me. I still need to find out who killed Calliope. I fear I am oath-sworn to discuss no matters that occur within these halls. But all I need is... If there are revelations from my investigation into the abnormality, you shall be informed.
Oh, I'm 100% looking that up after
Astarion,
stream.
I wish to speak of this further, and find an appropriate outfit.
Nothing's more fun than ruining things for yourself, you know.
Yeah?
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise. Say, what'd I tell you?
True, but no. We'll see. I'm not going to write it down, so it'll
I'm
be up to
sorry.
whether or not I remember.
Kate had a lot to say.
Oh, I'll bet she did.
Yeah, well, Kate wants us to talk about our feelings more. And there, of course, was tea.
Yeah.
Right,
tea.
so I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
She did what?
No, we didn't know anything about that. Do you mean the night she died?
Oh, well, I thought you already knew. Yeah, the
Please
night
don't hate me.
Calliope died, she broke in somehow.
I would never.
Thing is, we know she didn't take anything or even touch anything. I just remember the alarms, and I chased after her.
I'm a true crime fanatic. It might make me want to sob a tiny bit if it's like tragic or something, but we'll be good. Yeah, I'm so confused about this though.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar
Cameras,
alarms?
yeah.
Cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched.
Just furryish.
It
Oh
was
god,
set
of course
off,
it
So
is.
something happened in the reliquary.
Of course it
We
is.
just don't know what exactly.
Those alarms don't go off if someone breaks into the reliquary? They don't detect intruders?
Well, normally nobody does that.
Well, Calliope did. She got in somehow.
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Whatever Calliope did here, it was enough to set off the alarms. That's all I know.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. All I know is that she was hurt, bleeding bad,
was
but I
already
don't know
hurt.
why. I wanted to help her, but she got away in the fog. Then I ran into Medusa.
Wait, what? Medusa? Here?
Yeah. Well, she's not normally here. I think maybe she was chasing after Calliope too.
Interesting.
How could Calliope have been wounded?
I don't know. Maybe Medusa did it.
I don't think
Probably not, though. You know, I never saw Medusa near the reliquary, just out in the fog, so she never even got that close.
So whatever happened to Calliope happened inside the reliquary.
I guess. But we don't have anything that would attack anyone. Especially not an idol.
So someone else. But they did it inside the reliquary.
If so, they vanished after.
What was Medusa doing here?
She was chasing after Calliope too, I think, but she wouldn't say why. I asked.
Seems pretty convenient. Her just out there suddenly.
Yeah, that part's weird. I've never seen her near the reliquary before.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
True. This is true.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
Okay, but to be fair, I would be probably reacting the exact same way, so that's valid.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know.
Jessica Jones, yeah.
And it made Athena pretty
Just
mad
missing
too.
the
Athena got
the
involved?
hat.
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's not the chatty type, you know. She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though.
guess she's not as smart as Kate.
This means Calliope came here the night she died. This is where she was attacked.
But we don't know by whom.
We know Medusa was here. She might even have been involved.
Well, she's super scary, but, you know she works for Athena, right? I thought maybe that's why she was here, but Athena said she didn't know about it.
That does seem suspicious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
You okay there, friendo?
I just can't help but feel like I'm missing something right in front of me.
How so?
Calliope came here for a reason. Why? Someone has to know because they knew she was here.
True.
And Athena knows what went down here. She can't honestly still think it was me, can she?
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
Pan! I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things?
Yeah.
I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
And care to explain what that book is?
You're welcome. You might have warned me what his love life issue was.
What was it? Asterion wouldn't say.
You really didn't know?
It was exhausting trying to get the poor fellow to admit as much as he did. At any rate, you seem to have worked it out. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
You already knew I would, right?
Oh? Did I?
Come on, Pan. How stupid do you think I am? The place you sent me for this favor just happens to be where Calliope was attacked. You had to know I'd discover that. If you wanted me to know, why not just tell me? What's the angle? Tell me why I shouldn't be suspicious, Pan.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
I don't know if I believe you. I have an app that you can look up any movie or TV show and see where to buy streamer. Oh, that's cool. See, I don't watch as much as I used to as far as like actual produced shows and such. But back when I did, back when I was binging and had like all the subscription services, that would have been handy.
Give me a reason to believe you, Pan.
You want the ever-elusive proof. If I had that to offer, do you think I would hesitate to share it?
Yeah, I think you would.
Alas, it is my burden to be forever condemned by my idle brethren. I've become accustomed to it. Truly. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
And if I can't accept that? If I find out you're somehow involved in this?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
So non-specific.
If you're still up for trading favors, I could use more help.
Oh, of course you could. You could live the high life, Grace. Throw caution to the wind. Embrace what you can before you...
Before I what?
Before I die? You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
You'll want to find Medusa, I suppose.
She was at the reliquary. but you already knew that.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. But do be careful if you call on her Grace. Medusa is a hideous monster and should be treated as such.
I was debating on stopping here, but we'll do one more chunk. Also, because I just really want to see her character design. Because everything's been so well done so far.
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone.
Sounds about right.
Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Oh, there you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
Is that a mace? Please mention the mace sticking out of your bag.
What does one bring to a meeting with Medusa?
This isn't a meeting, Grace. You're not here to sell her on your business plan.
Please tell me you don't have any weapons in there.
Hold on here. Please tell me you don't have any weapons in there. What do you think this is? Are you not using your eyeballs, my dear?
Certainly hope one of you brought more than sheer ignorance.
Oh, it's you.
It is me. How exciting, no?
Pan, what are you doing here?
I'm the one who told you about this place. You didn't expect my curiosity to get the better of me?
Let me guess. You feel bad about how we left our last conversation.
Me? Feel bad?
Yeah. You know, the part where Grace is already lost and why not use her while you still can?
How do you know about that? I didn't tell
It's
you.
true. I am a bad man, and I spoke poorly.
And? That's it?
I'd hope even you, Freddy, could see that advice from an idol might be useful here.
I suppose.
Exactly. That's why I was saying that I disagree with the idea of her being a monster. At least she's not a monster of her own making, I suppose would be a better way to put it.
If you have any advice, Pan, I'm all ears.
Well, I assume you know how Medusa became what she is.
She used to be human, right? And then Athena cursed her. Pretty unfairly, too.
Now, however, Athena hasn't the power to undo her own curse, or so she claims.
That's gotta suck.
Medusa isn't happy about it, no. Yet she survives because she must. As do we all.
Asterion said Medusa works for Athena. Is that right?
A truer description, I'd say, is that she's more Athena's servant. Poor thing can't survive on her own. So she's become whatever Athena needs. Spy master, enforcer, provider of garden statuary.
That doesn't sound fair.
No,
it isn't. But keep in mind, Medusa is no helpless maiden. She is as clever as she is dangerous. And Athena knows it.
I mean, I assume that she can indeed actually turn people into stone in this setting, given the joke he just made. But let's
Medusa's
find
the
out.
one who turns people into stone just by looking at them, right?
People, yes. Idols, not so much. Or that's my assumption. I'll admit to not knowing if she's ever turned her gaze on one of us.
Great. Is there any way to make someone not a statue, if it turns out she can?
Short of Medusa dying? No. Not unless she wishes it.
Medusa's clever and works for Athena, but what's she really like?
She doesn't exactly come to the parties, Grace. Medusa is an enigma to most of us. If idols hide in the shadows, she lurks in even darker places. She's an outsider, and she loathes us as much as she needs us.
Is she dangerous?
Let's just say we're all rather relieved she stays away.
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
See, that's the spirit. Now there's simply the matter of getting you in before she's aware you're here.
Notice the morning
You're
star?
gonna help her do that?
Yeah, that's
Why
the thing
not?
that I was like,
You're
do you
more
not
apt to become
like
a statue
giant
than to be any
mace?
true help, my dear.
Like, excuse
Knock
me.
it off, both of you. I have a plan for getting inside.
A word of advice before we proceed. Once you find Medusa, make the number a knockout.
Okay. I don't think we confront him necessarily. I think maybe we try... First, let's look for another entrance. Let's do that first.
Did you really have to follow us up here? You grunted the entire climb.
Those were exertions. I am a hardy but delicate flower.
Oh, just the kind of help we needed.
Neither of you are helping. I have to concentrate to pick this open.
Are you sure it's wise to go jumping in through a skylight, Grace? It's rather dramatic.
Cooking and watching. I'm gonna regret asking, but what are you cooking tonight?
I could have rolled in guns blazing, maybe tossed a few grenades while I'm at it.
Magnificent. Do you have any of these things?
She's joking.
I'm very joking. And there we go. Coming?
Absolutely. This is the fun part.
Maybe let's split up and look around.
Ooh, this is gonna be intense. So it's a hookah lounge.
What a long day, hiding in the light. Such a long day, dreaming of tonight. This sacred bite. Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the Mew. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Her design reminds me of Devora from the Mortal Kombat series. Or not Mortal Kombat, Injustice.
That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
This is true.
I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me. Your body goes freely every time I see it tenders, turning gently as it renders. I think you're saying I can't speak, and that was why can't I speak? I call it the preparation. All right, that's fine. You want the boring facts. Well, dear, this process makes your meat relax. Turn you to stone.
and miss that lovely musy taste of you. And it's just murder on the jumpers too. That thing you said before, you're right, it's true. Feels extra special doing something you can't undo. Look into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey,
I'm just a temporary muse. Wait,
a temporary muse.
I'm not worth the price.
It's not
I'm
something you can choose.
not some exotic slide. I'm afraid only idols can look away from me.
Nice try.
Her character design is really, really interesting, but I also can't decide if I like it or not.
She was mad at me. So,
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Homemade pasta, garlic bread.
Medusa, look into your own eyes.
Tiramisu is quite literally one of my favorite
It was
desserts
worth
ever.
a shot.
Oh,
You know you're not unhot. That's my opinion anyway.
Don't look at me.
The snakes, sure they're snakes, but you can pass them off as fakes. Like it's just a cosplay.
Don't look at
You're
me.
not a monster to me. I think that you should try to see Medusa in
You're
another
lost, little girl. No more Hail Marys. The not unhot girl is you. The monster's me.
You don't know, you don't know.
Do know that you didn't.
Kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know, you know. Does that mean Athena knows?
No. Fine grace.
Don't you see, Medusa? You are just her tool. Your queen's a user. You're Athena's fool. Persephone.
Slightly tougher.
She's a friend to
But
me.
you're
We can
really
get
good.
you free.
You said to me,
Persephone can get you free. Is that a yes?
That's a
Maybe what?
They must be hypnotized by your amazing butchness.
Must be, I guess.
Are they serious?
That depends. What do you think, Medusa? Will you help me out?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
You were at the reliquary the night
we're getting
Calliope was
thunder.
murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only
Esmeralda
followed
and
pretty
Medusa, that's
Calliope
kinda
to
what
the
I was thinking
reliquary.
too.
I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
That's what Asterion told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike.
Better than a shield.
Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her?
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope.
Especially
when I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
A tasty snack for you to hunt down.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
And what's the truth?
Astarion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
Oh, that seems rather unlikely. The bull's as gentle as a lamb.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me. You haven't told Athena any of this? You agreed to help, remember?
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected...
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I agreed to help you. I speak the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have. I know it's hard to believe what a monster tells you, but it is true.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
I've told you everything I know. We have a bargain. You said my curse might be lifted.
Hey, I'll ask Persephone. That's all I can do.
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Whether I tell Athena depends. Have you done this before?
Medusa, what happened to Artemis?
She left?
Oh my god, honestly. I was so mad there wasn't more to that.
Lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth... I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
Freddy, may I just say what a delight your resourcefulness has proven.
And you're not completely awful, I guess.
Is it? I thought they're
pondering the big question, Grace.
Words are hard. I thought
Do
that
we
it
actually
wasn't,
believe
or
her?
that it was canceled. Because I know when I had first played it, I was so ecstatic about hearing that there was a second one because it was so good, and I remember being really bummed about not having a second one.
Seems a little obvious, doesn't it? If Medusa wanted to eat Calliope, why didn't she?
Oh.
Well, you got away.
So
Maybe
there's a
Calliope
chance.
did too.
So Medusa stabbed her and then ran off hoping Athena wouldn't find out? Now, Medusa's fear was real. She just doesn't want to be blamed.
Okay, so that was fun. Grace, I'll meet you back at home.
I trust that little adventure was useful to you, Grace?
You're forgiven.
Wow, that is pretty pathetic, I have to say.
You wound me, Grace. My pride, look at it lying there.
Shattered on the floor.
You're the worst. Fine, I forgive you.
Since you are safe and uneaten, I shall leave you to your adventures. Until we meet again, dear Grace.
Okay, for real this time, I'm going to call it a night on this. If I can appropriately save. I think it did just save already. Okay. Yeah, because it is getting close to 7:30 and I have a couple things to do tonight before I go to bed and work at my day job tomorrow. So I'm going to go. I do stream again on Wednesday. I might end up streaming more of this if I can't find anything better to do because I like this a lot. I haven't decided. We'll see. But thank you for coming and hanging out again. I appreciate it a lot. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday.